aspirants, myself Binit Moore. I have appeared for APSc interview 3 times and I have skipped final list by single digit marks. And fortunately, or by my mentor's grace, I have been able to score good, fairly good in AC paper. I'm making this video because many of my friends and many of my batchmates are asking me how to score 160 above in essay. And from my personal experience, I have never scored less than 175 in essay paper. So what I do, I will only suggest those things to you. First of all, the starting of the essays should always begin with an anecdote. Now, what is anecdote? See, the essay should not begin with an one-liner. Okay, make your first starting or the anecdote at least half of the page in. And what I usually do is I usually leave 3 fingers on both the sides of the essay so it looks a bit presentable, and I always put it in inverted commas. So when I write, I usually do those things, and I usually put in within inverted commas, and then I use 6 to 7 lines. Basically, I use the first page to explain a bit what is written in an anecdote, and I start like this. And I have used the formula that is very effective, and I have also personally found very effective. That is SPEED, SPEED 8E. So S stands for social, P stands for polity or politics, E stands for economy, another E stands for environment, and D stands for development. A stands for administration, and T stands for technology. Now it depends upon the essay how we are using the references, how we are putting those things in place. And the second most important thing is, after anecdote, the second most important thing is maintaining the flow. The flow should always be maintained. Like the reader, the main aim of the essay writing, an aspirant writing an essay should be able to pull the reader into reading that essay. So how we are going to do that? We are going to do that by maintaining a flow. Like maintaining a flow is very important. Like while crossing a river, there may be many patches. Like while crossing a river, there should be a bridge so that it's the most feasible, it is the most comfortable, most accessible way. So maintaining the flow means you were constructing the bridge between your paragraphs, between your story, how you were telling the story. Basically, essay is storytelling, and when you maintain that flow, the bridge is automatically constructed and it is connected, so the reader does not feel like being disconnected from the previous paragraph. And how we can do is that, how I do usually, whenever I write a essay, I usually first start with history. Like if there is something about recently one of my friends, she sent a very beautiful essay, and the topic was like, should Indian students or should students of India pursue their career in politics. So what happened is that, if I am writing that phase, first I will use some anecdote and all, you can use your own. Then I will start with Chandragupta Maurya, how a young person changed the entire course of history, how a young person became the emperor of India with the help of Chanakya. So I will use that example first, and then I will slowly come, and I will use some recent examples. It's very hot in here. So I will basically use those examples. Then through that, how society was changed, how it impacted the social. Then we can also use various things. Like last time or prior to that time, I'm actually forgetting, there was a topic of essay where there was a mention about something space technology. So I also scored fairly well. I scored, if I'm not wrong, I scored 180 plus. Then there I mentioned about Hindu mythology, how the Vishnu sits on the cosmic sea. Now we can insert anything and everything in essay, provided we are able to connect those points, how we are connecting those points, how we are building that bridge, as I mentioned. And again, here I would also like to say insert a thing, that if we are using an example which has previously been used, so mention that as previously mentioned in the writings or paragraph or whatever you want to say. So in that way we should proceed. So writing an essay is not that tough, not that hard. I rarely practice. I used to practice rarely one or two essays before, but it differs from person to person, right? Many people have write 35 essays. I have seen an interview of a topper. She said that she wrote 35 to 40 essays. But I have personally, I have never written so much essays. I have only write one or two, that also for checking checking. So my mentor said that to have a good grip. Now the third point is that my mentor Hidoy sir, he said that to write a good essay you must need a good grip on GS papers. So if you are having a good grip on GS papers, automatically your essay will be beautiful. Now the thing is that in GS we cannot go to extreme points. The main benefit of essay and ethics are that we can go to the extreme points. But now comes the fourth point, that we should also keep in mind that we should not go with our emotion. Like me, I am a, let's say I am a right oriented person, and the person who is reading my essay, who the examiner, maybe that person may be left oriented person. So if I am writing everything of right, so that person might not consume what I am trying to feed that person. So what we can do is that we can balance out the essay at the end, at the sum. Always remember, now comes the fifth point, the summary should be always balanced up. No matter what you write, no matter which thing you criticize, which thing you uh, support, but at the end of the essay, always remember that we should sum up the entire essay and saying and make it in a neutral manner. And how will that happen? That will only happen through our practice. Those who are not so much good at storytelling, I will say storytelling because essay is basically storytelling. Those who are not very much good in storytelling, you should write anything and everything that's possible. Like you should write some poems, you should write stories, because when you will be presenting yourself, you are trying to see, we all are salesmen in this world. We are trying to sell one thing or the other, and right now in APSC means we are trying to sell our answers, our thoughts, our philosophies. So it depends upon how well we present, how well we write those things. So keeping this in mind, try to write as much essays possible. And since of my work profile right now, I am not being able to support each and everyone individually, because I have made this video because I have been getting lots of questions like how to write a good essay. So I'm summing up everything in this video. And still, if you don't understand, if you need anything, any help, you will have just to text me in WhatsApp, in Instagram, in whatever you feel like, and I'm always there to help you if I'm provided I have some free time, because because right now my job profile wants like 24/7, 24/7. So to sum up, don't stick with the topic. Yes, now the sixth point, as I forgot to mention, always understand the topic, what topic is trying to ask from you, what the topic wants from you. Never deviate yourself from the topic. When you, that's why, because see, if a person, if a candidate can complete her or his essay paper within time period, within the time frame, then that person will have ample amount of time to write two essays. And to write those two essays, you first need to give at least 5 minutes. If your speed is, it depends upon the speed of your writing. Okay, I usually spend 5 minutes of both essays trying to understand the topic, what the topic is trying to, what the topic is trying to ask, what the question asks from me, right? Because if I go right here and there, I won't be scoring marks. I will be only scoring marks when when I'm writing what the question demands. So that's what you should do, that's what we should do. We should first always understand the topic, what the topic is demanding, and then only we can proceed. Then spend another 5 minutes framing how you will write. I usually, when I show my paper, my question paper to my friends, they say that I am a mess. Yes, I am a mess, because I Always I choose the topic and I always draw lines like this, and I start one, I will start with this, two, this, three, this. I always make the outer frame how I will proceed with my essay. So that is the thing. You can also do those are some of the tricks that I use. So you can also use use those topics if you find them applicable in your cases. Why I'm saying that in your cases, because again I will say that people, we all are different, we vary from we vary from person to person, but some tricks are common and those common tricks can be used by everyone and anyone. So from this video, if you have found anything helpful, then I personally will be very happy. And if you have any doubts and any questions, you can message me wherever you want, as I have already mentioned. So keep your mind, keep in mind, keep your patience, keep your cool, and keep on preparing. Don't give up. I am also not giving up. I will be giving again, provided the time will be right. I will be into the service, and I hope that you all will be the service. You will all be in the service this time. Thank you.